Well, you've discovered the lecture content area of this course. Today we're going to discuss character development, and this will be in first a video format and later in text that you will read, and also links to videos and even animations or readings to learn about a subject. This is the pattern we'll use throughout the rest of the semester. Normally you would see me lecturing at you on instructional television or in a classroom. Instead, we're going to have these short little videos and then we're going to do some reading. So, one of the most difficult things for me to teach, for anybody to teach, and for anybody to learn, is the difference between round characters and dynamic characters. I find that this is one area where I need to work as a teacher to really make sure that you understand the difference, because I see when I give an exam, a lot of times that students, even after hearing my instruction, even after reading the assigned readings, they still don't quite get it. So I'll see if I can really nail it with this video presentation. A round character is a character who is complex. Think of round, okay, complex. They're real, as opposed to a character that's flat and maybe kind of phony and artificial. So when you're analyzing the skill of a writer of a novel or a short story or even a play, one of the things you might comment on is the characters feel real. I got attached to them. I cried when somebody died. That's a round character. It involves the suspension of disbelief. That's another important term you should learn for this class. Suspension of disbelief is you realize that you're reading something that's fiction. You realize that the character Data in Star Trek is not real. There's no such thing as a talking robot yet. But you're invested in the story. You willingly suspended your disbelief because the writers are so good that you identify with these characters as being real. That's a round character. They feel real, they're complex, as opposed to a character in a cliche story that's kind of flat. You never really buy into the fact that this character feels real. Now, there's a similar concept about character development called dynamic characters. Dynamic characters change. That's the key word, okay? A dynamic character might start off one way in a story, have an experience, a problem to solve, some conflict in the story, make some choices to solve that conflict, and by the end of the story, that character is changed. Okay, the character could be static. That means the character doesn't change. Goes through the story, has conflicts, solves them, but at the end of the story, that character really doesn't learn anything, hasn't really made any ethical or moral choices that changed the internal personality of that character. Notice that round characters and dynamic characters are both signs of sophisticated writing. And when you're writing an analysis of a short story or a novel, you can say, this writer is sophisticated because the protagonist, the main character, is both round and dynamic. They're not the same though. Dynamic means the character changed. Round means that the character's complex and feels real, okay? And so look for that word change. Think about the word change. Don't make that mistake where you're saying, oh, it's a round character, he changed. That's wrong, okay? A round character feels real. A character could be round, feel real, but at the end of the story does not change. That means that character is a static character. I can't explain all of this in a very short video, but I think if you read the stuff that I have over here on my computer, let's show the computer over here. Here we go. Round character, dynamic character. Read that. Read these links that we have on the computer. Click on them, and you'll see something will come up here to talk about round characters and static characters. And I think you'll get the idea of what we're trying to talk about here, and applying it in the essays that you write about the short stories will really help you internalize and learn these concepts. Good enough for now.